Welcome to Santa Pod for round 4 of the 2016 MSA British Drag Racing Championship featuring the Pro Mods. This round is a bit different to all the others in that it takes place at a lifestyle event, the Mopar Euro Nationals. So the Pro Mods will be sharing the track with not only other competition classes, but also a wide selection of street legal run what you brung cars. So track conditions could be very different to the big FIA rounds.
It's difficult to predict anything really. You know, these things are that complex, and I've got the utmost respect for everybody in the class. You know, it's hard work, but yeah, we came away with making a little bit of progress again. Everything's in one piece. We found a couple of points on the car which we've changed again. We'll just see what happens this weekend. I don't know, I've just got this gut feeling that something's going to upset the apple cart a little bit this weekend. It's a relatively small field. Everybody's got more than enough power to do what they need to do. It's a different track to the Summer Nationals, different track to the main event. Well, you know, let's see what happens.
And a few drivers are out testing on Friday of the event, including last year's champion, Kev Slyfield.
Yeah, we did a bit of test. Managed to do 2 runs yesterday. Yeah, it went very well. We actually learned a little bit more, and I hope to move on from there today. We're in 3rd position at the moment, but yeah, we're in with a shout, but a very faint one, I think.
Well, round 3 was won by Andy Robinson. We're on board with him here in that final, racing against the rapidly improving Michel Turenne from the Netherlands.
Yeah, we've freshened the engine again, as we always do between meetings. Should be okay actually. Obviously this track is slightly different to the main event track because there's lots of run what you brung cars. So, you know, it's okay. So we'll adjust the settings slightly and hopefully we'll go down the right track. Over the winter, you know, NGK stepped up and helped us out. The guys and the team have all stepped up as well, and we've managed to get a nice combination together. And obviously, as year progresses, we'll endeavour to buy more parts to try and get another spare motor.
So, into the first of Saturday's 3 scheduled qualifying sessions. And a welcome return for Bobby Wallace. First time out in competition this year and with a new engine, so just a half pass to check things out this time round. But with 10 cars chasing the 8 elimination spots, he's got to get to grips with the setup pretty quickly. So, side-by-side qualifying. It's Roger Moore with the Viper, hopefully with the detonation troubles solved, alongside Mark Hartwell. Nitrous versus Blower. Mark out towards the wall. All the way through, though, for Roger. Slowing at the top end. Early shut-off, 688, 164. Wayne Nicholson in the right-hand lane. Mick Payne in the left. Mick been busting to get into the 6s for a number of years. Could it happen this weekend? Well, Mick's had a string of niggling mechanical issues over the season, but looks like he's starting to get a handle on it. Real good opening run for Wayne as well. First time back in the 6s for a while. Congratulations to the whole Lucky Devil team. Okay, right-hand lane, 2015 champ Kev Slyfield. Left lane is Michel Turenne with a Pro Dutch Racing Cuda. And I think Michel will also used to be hoping to get the event's special award for the fastest Mopar of the weekend. He might even do it in his first run, you never know. So, Kev was doing some testing yesterday. Michel, no testing between events, but the team really do know what they're doing. Big tyre shake for Kev off the start line. Michel Turenne blasts all the way through to a 6.22 at a huge 234 miles an hour. Number 1 spot for now. Final pair, Bert Englefield, but no sign of Andy Robinson make to the start line. The hot rod's been absolutely flying recently and does it again with another new personal best by a bunch, nearly a tenth of a second off in fact, 6.20 at 225 miles an hour. But for Andy Robinson,
it's literally a simple plug became disconnected. On these cars we have a safety system that when you reach a beacon on the track about 1,500 feet from the start line, it automatically turns the engine off and pulls parachutes out just in case of driver unconscious or crash or anything like that. And basically there's an extension plug, and that had come dislodged, and we had no ignition, so we couldn't start. Yeah, it's really frustrating, and the worst thing is we knew what the problem was, but because we're down in the far road, there's no chance for us to take the front end of the car off, jack the car up, reconnect the plug, and have another go. We blew it, and we've got to make it count on the next session.
Into Q2 then, and first out would be Kev Slyfield on a solo. Much better off this time round still. Kev getting absolutely expert at pedalling. 6:47, 2:19, nicely done. So the first outing on the track for Andy Robinson then in this qualifying session alongside Mark Hartvelt in the beautiful Plymouth Superbird. Both cars away together in this one, but smoke at the top end from Andy's Camaro. 6:59 puts him in the show, and a great 6:44 for Mark, although for technical reasons the time is disallowed. More on that a little later. Bobby Wallace should be against Mick Payne here, but Mick's car being pushed back behind the start line with problems. Looks like a 3/4 track pass for Bobby this time, netting a 7:07, which puts him in at the moment. And the final pair, Roger Moore left lane, Michel Turin right lane. Are the Pro Dutch team going to go even faster? Are the Viper bunch going to go quicker too? The answer is pretty much yes on both counts actually. 6:39, 6:17. I think that's a personal best speed for Michel as well. So back in the pits to refuel and check over the machines, and then back out for the final qualifying session. So this time round, Mick Payne left-hand lane, Bobby Wallace right-hand lane. These two scrapping out for the last position in qualifying. Looks like Bobby's got a good run going. So's Mick, but drifts out of shape a bit at half-track. Bobby, 6:93, clicked early. 7:84 for Mick. So the whole crowd enjoying Pro Mod here at the Mopars. One man enjoying himself again. First time in a long while. Wayne Nicholson with the Lucky Devil. Against Bert Englefield, it looked like he rolled the lights. Shake for Wayne, 6:28, 2:25 for the hot. So your next pair, Michel Turin and Kev Slyfield. Both of these cars solidly qualified, just want to go that bit quicker. I love that blower one when they step on the two-step. Michel Turin long gone in the left-hand lane too. A 6:11, 2:36, his quickest run ever, and the car's quickest run ever as well. So what happened to Mark Hartvelt?
Yes, it's a difficult weekend. We did, since the main event, we did a great job. The car was way too heavy. On the scales, it was 29.30, and the minimum of the maximum is 2800. So we make carbon nose, carbon doors, carbon rear, and a lot of stuff going out. The batteries are going out and everything, but yeah, we're still too heavy, 8 pounds. But we make everything ready for now, and we go after the promos for test runs tomorrow.
So bad luck for Mark, he would have made the field easily, but number one position deservedly goes to Michel Turin with a fast improving Bert Englefield in number 2 spot.
First time number 1 qualifier, feels good.
You've got to be pleased as well, the way you're clicking down the numbers, it's just getting quicker and quicker.
Yeah, we're learning now how to tune the car and to set up the clutch and then 4-link, and it's getting better and better.
Well, people thought coming into this event, with it being a run what you brung and lots of street cars going down, the track wouldn't be too good, but it's been good, hasn't it?
Track is very good, and the track numbers, we have a track meter, and it's looking very good. And we put up the 2-step, and it goes, and yeah, perfect track.
So a quick look at the pairings for round 1, and we're into Sunday morning and ready for round 1 eliminations. So everyone timing down for the all-important round 1 elimination round. With 6 rounds in the MSA Championship, every round counts at the end of the season. First round race, Kev Slyfield. Takes on Andy Robinson. Now, after Andy and the team's absolutely clockwork weekend at the Summer Nationals, everything went right. Every run was pretty much the quickest car down the track in that either session or race. Andy and the team won the event this weekend. Not gone to plan at all. Only made one qualifying run due to mechanical issues. Back here for round one, trying to get it all back together against defending MSA champ Kev Slyfield. Away almost together. Andy Robinson with the orange Camaro pulling out in front though. Kev still got that bounce on through the top end. 6.12. 2.32 beats a 6.45. I told you he'd be back on form. Let's see that again from Andy's onboard camera. The Camaro powering past Kev at half track. Two guys that really have hit their stride as well this weekend. Wayne Nicholson with the Lucky Devil hasn't been in the sixes for a little while with that car. All going back in the right direction again. In the sixes, over 200 miles an hour in qualifying, alongside the man that was actually number one for a little while, qualifying wise. That's Burt Englefield and Andy Wright with the hot rod. 6.20. Terrific stuff from that car. So, heads up drag race, first to the finish line wins. Pick your favourite blown car. They're both sitting there looking at each other on the start line, having a bit of burn down as well. Now, drag racing folklore says last to go into stage is the first over the finish line. Burt rolls in, so let's see if Wayne is the first over the finish line. Well, they both lead together. I don't think it's going to work out this time round, although it was good to see a staging duel. Great race, especially if your name is Burt Englefield. 6.24, another 2.28. Great run though for Wayne. 6.84, 2.05. Everyone happy. So, Roger Moore against Bobby Wallace, the two lone nitrous contenders in the field today. Roger, I think with the personal best speed in qualifying, 6.39 is around about his best ET so far as well. Bobby's been in the 6.5s, but not for some time. There's a new engine, new combination in there. There's anybody who runs anything like one of these cars knows you can't just turn the key on a new engine and combination and it works straight away. A lot of work to do. There's still going to be tough opposition though for Roger Moore. Looks like Roger's got this one sewn up, and he has indeed at 6.55. Takes out Bobby Wallace's 7.20. So your last pair, number 1 against number 8. Due to Mark Hartvelt's misfortune, it means that Mick Payne gets a berth in round 1 to go alongside the Pro Dutch team. Now, Michel Turenne, the way he's been running this year, you would never ever believe he'd never sat in one of these cars before April. We're only in July now, that's only a couple of months ago. Proof again, look at that, absolutely storming all the way down. Mick Payne though, looks like he's on a great one. Personal best ETs for both of them. Michel Turenne at 6.07, 2.36, and Mick Payne, his first time in the 6s, over 200. And to close the session, another licensing pass from Steve Rawlings. Not there yet, unfortunately, but just watch the front wheels lift on this one. That was headed for the centre line, so good driving job. All part of the process, unfortunately, trying to tame one of these mega horsepower cars. Mark Hartvelt with his test run at the end of the session. Well, that's a lot more like it. Something comes off the car, but it doesn't slow him up at all. Personal best for Mark Hartvelt. Terrific, 6.29. Well done to the whole team.
Yeah, everyone is going faster, and it's good to see. We didn't go as quick as we wanted to on that pass. A bit late on the shift, the clutch was tight, and then went into tyre shake. But we got down the track and we're through to the next round.
Do you know who you've got next round?
Burt and Andy, who are on form. 3 6.2s in a row, I think. So it's going to be, it'll be tough, but we're close enough to give them a run, I think.
Oh yeah, what a way to go out, you know. Personal best speed and time, you know. And it's good for the crew because we worked so hard this year. We knew the car was a proven car when I bought it, and it was just a matter of getting the right combination and all the right parts, and learning to drive it, you know, and we are learning now, you know, which is good.
Yes, going really nice. New personal best.
And your car, a few months ago, we thought, well, it's sort of getting to a plateau, but it keeps amazing me.
Yeah, it keeps stepping up. We keep putting a bit more power in it. That run, it should have run a 19 or 18, but I ended up short shifting it in a second, so that was my fault. But
And a hard night of engine rebuilding paid off for Andy Robinson.
When we left the line, it was definitely misfiring and it was surging. And then I saw a flame about 900 feet, shut it down, and we managed to burn through and torch number one. So it burnt through the block and the cylinder head. So we had to change the head and weld the block, and that took a while. Yeah, we've got Michelle next round. He's running very well, which is good. As a lot of other people are. I mean, there's lots of personal best happening at the moment, with Mark from Holland and Bert and Andy running their bare best as well. So it's really good.
So what a semi-final matchup this is to start off with. Michel Turenne, Andy Robinson, repeat of the final from the Summer Nationals. Can Michel get his own back? Now both these cars have been very evenly matched for the last couple of events. It seems to have gone Michel's way so far this weekend, but Andy was right on the money in that previous elimination round with a 6.12. Michel was in the 6.0s though. You can't overstate how good that is on a track that doesn't have a regular amount of drag racing machinery going down it. A lot of street cars here. The track still prepared to a superb standard. So here we go then, both the way together, big tyre shake for Andy Robinson. Oh, and over the centre line, Michel Turenne, thank goodness, is long gone to a 6.42, 2.28. Bit of pedalling going on there, I think, as well. But for Andy Robinson, that was a heart-stopping moment. Also, well, big tyre shake marks, and the crew as well, with a look of disbelief as they congratulate each other. I think they're glad to be going home with the car in one piece, most importantly. But Michel moves on to another final round. Showing that in replay, you can see Andy Robinson tried to keep pace, tried to pedal the car, but to no avail. Michel Turenne was long gone. So, either side of the ladder, it's going to be a Netherlands versus the UK final. Just which car is it going to be for the UK against Michel Turenne? We're about to find out. Bert Englefield been having a terrific weekend with the hot rod. And Roger and his brother Dave not actually that far behind with the Viper now, consistently in the high 6.3s, within grabbing distance of Bert and the team. If they make a mistake, or Roger can get a whole shot on him, this is going to be one heck of a close race. It's only about a tenth of a second in it from their times in the previous rounds. Dead even, looks like Roger ahead at half track, but then the power of the blown car comes on. Couple of car lengths at the finish line to Bert and Andy. 6.26 takes out a personal best, 6.39. If you saw the webcast for round 2, you remember Roger Johansson's huge crash. Well, he's already back on his feet and helping out Bobby Wallace this weekend.
Well, it was a horrendous crash that we saw, but we're amazed to see that you're out walking around, and I guess you're thinking about the next car. How's it going?
Yeah, actually, we are looking around for some different chassis builder, and we also try to coordinate it with the time frame, so we're going to end up with Rick Jones' car. So they started building it, and it's going to be finished to leave US somewhere way around Christmas or a little bit earlier.
And what's your time frame for getting all the joints back to perfect?
4 weeks, 6 weeks, not more. We have to train. They say that at the hospital it's going to take 3 months before I can walk, and now it's 8 weeks, and I've been walking for 3 weeks.
So getting it suited up for his second final in a row in his rookie season. Michel Turenne with the Pro Dutch car. Also, Bert and Andy, the BA Racing team with the hot rod, getting strapped in and ready to go as well. They've been pretty much flawless all weekend. Now, apart from the last round where Michel was a little off pace with the 6.4, he's had the elapsed time advantage, but experience, especially in final rounds as well, from years and years of racing, goes to Bert Englefield. this is going to be a very, very close one. Bert said earlier on in the interview that he could have run a 6-1. He's not going to need to do it. Michel Turenne goes red on the tree. Bert and Andy take the win, 6:28, 2:26. What a way to cap a perfect weekend for the team. So that's it, a win for Bert in the hot rod and personal bests all round. The Pro Mods certainly put on a heck of a show for the Mopar Euro Nats fans. And after round 4, the points table looks like this. So we look forward to seeing you again for round 5 at the huge FIA European Finals.